What's up, guys? This is an evolution from VCAS 2024 Colorado. Both of them are armed with a tack knife and a Glock 17T. There's no scenario, just an opportunity to fight with weapons in novel space. Let's see how it plays out. They both crossed the center, or attempted to. They met in the middle. Looks like driver got the passenger's knife. Driver took a few rounds in the center. Maybe down Main Street. I do believe that that was a malfunction fixed on the center armrest. We'll have to go back and see exactly what happened. But from the beginning, as we go through this, we can see that both guys are trying to occupy the space of the other person. That's a really, really good tactic, especially when fighting in a vehicle. But this does apply to pretty much any confined space fight you might find yourself in. Another big mistake that we often see guys make when fighting inside of a vehicle is they tend to fight in the vehicle in the same way they drive. What I mean is they remain seated as they try to fight, and they ineffectually kind of just paw at each other. Don't do that. Take up the space of the other person, cross the center line of the vehicle, and try to dominate them with pinning pressure. We move forward. Looks like driver gets a really nice bicep tie on the left arm of the passenger. I love the bicep tie. It's probably my favorite attachment. It's very, very easy to get. It's forgiving if your targeting isn't really precise, and does a good job of limiting mobility of that limb. We can see that the driver decided for whatever reason not to conceal that tack knife trainer. You can see it there on the left. You can conceal it. We recommend you conceal it for these scenarios. I don't know why he didn't, just he didn't. And a good thing to remember is if you bring it to the party, anyone can play with it, as we can see. Driver grabs hold and immediately starts working him like prom night, hitting him with 5 or 6 times in the side. So that's definitely gonna leak. He's gonna feel that for sure. And I cross over to the other side here because I believe we start hearing sim round impacts. Let's back it up a little, starts working them. Now we have a better understanding of what actually happened. The driver is stabbing the passenger. The passenger gets his gun out and impacts the driver a couple times. I thought initially that he used a thumb pectoral to get those rounds into the driver just by the look of his elbow there. But as we cross the center, we can see, and from the casings, you can see the casings falling between the legs. He was actually pressing the T-gun into the gooch of the driver, and that causes a malfunction. So we move forward after those couple rounds. Maybe the fight's still in him, who knows. Good attempt by the driver to try and pin that arm. He couldn't get his foot on top of the bicep. This is another thing that doesn't translate well from sport into real world. Boots, footwear, shoes in general. It's really hard to get the same feeling that you have on the mat as you do out in the real world when you're wearing boots. Something to consider when you're developing your training curriculum. Make sure that you wear real world clothing. And so it was a malfunction, and we see right here he uses that center arm rest to rack the T-gun and then re-engages. So overall, outstanding, quick 20-second evolution. A lot of good decision making, a lot of bad decision making. Interesting how it played out. Let me know what you think. Just a